Hey everyone, it's Joy here and welcome back to my channel for the last video in my Handmade Christmas with Joy series. Now this one I'm going to show you how to do some really simple and easy foiling, and foil just gives a nice wow to your card, but this is so simple you cannot mess it up. Okay, so I am starting with some products from Tailored Expressions. I've got some toner sheets that some of them have some coordinating stencils, some of them have coordinating dies, some of them are just the sheets themselves with nothing coordinating, but it has these toner sheets that you're going to foil with a laminator. Now I have the Mink machine, I'm using some Deco foil, and I'm using some Gina K foil, but it's meant for these pre-made toner sheets. So I'm going to turn my Mink on and I'm just going to heat that up. And here is the first foil it sheets. These are the beautiful blizzards. I'm going to be using quite a few different colors of foil. I'm going to show you how you can make a ton of these cards, especially if you wanted to mass produce. At the end, I only make one card per image, but I'm going to show you how easy it is to foil multiple images at one time, because it really is so super simple and these are so stunning. So in this I am using I think this is the Aqua foil. This is the Deco foil, and I'm just going to trim this down to size. I'm going to do this for all of my background pieces. I'm just going to trim the foil down to size. I have my carrier sheet. This is a very large carrier sheet, so I'm able to fit 4 card bases in here at one time. So again, if you're talking about doing mass producing, this goes so fast. You can get these little foil sheets or these toner sheets. They're not that expensive for how many you get. So you run it through the machine. The Mink machine takes a little bit of time, but you run it through, you peel back your foil, and you've got these beautiful foiled backgrounds. So I did it in some other foils. I did it in plum and in denim. And of course, I'm not using all of these right now because I really did kind of run out of time. But I wanted to show you that you could do this super easy. Now I have some leftover foil pieces, and I'm going to show you how you can use these on these background cards. So I'm just laying these pieces overlapping each other because they'll line up how they're supposed to, but then you don't have to waste any of your foil. I'm going to peel this back, and you have this really fun striped colored snowflake background, and I think it is so fun and pretty. Okay, so now this is the Foil It Plaid. Then there's a layering plaid stencil that goes along with it. So this is some red foil from Gina K. So I'm going to do 2 of these. Peel it back, and you've got this beautiful red pattern. The next one is the Foil It Folksy Furs. There's also a coordinating stencil, and I'm going to show you all of these stencils and stamps that go along with it, but I did this in a beautiful green. Then these are the Foil It Bright Lights, and I did that in a silver star pattern. And then these are so gorgeous. This is the Foil It Seasonal Sprig. This is a mini slim size, and I'm going to do it in a beautiful shattered glass gold. And this one's one of my favorites. It's very sophisticated and just absolutely stunning. Once you add your stenciling to it, it is so, so pretty. So again, you can just line these up. Even these mini slim ones, I can get 4 into my carrier sheet on the Mink machine. Okay, so now that it's done, let's get our stenciling going. So here's the coordinating stencil. I am going to be using Simon Says Stamps mini blender brushes. I've got 2 greens here. I've got Fairway and Field, and I'm just going to stencil through on the hearts with the lighter color, and then with the trees on the darker color. And I like the green on green because remember, we used a green foil for this. And again, this is so super simple and really quick if you want to mass produce cards. Again, I'm just making 1 of each, but this is a very simple way to do it. And again, adding foil is so elegant and gorgeous, and it just adds a little something extra to your card. I am using Wendy Vecchi's 7x7 Make Art Station, and this is a magnet, so it holds your stencils and everything perfectly in place. So now I'm going to use this stencil that goes coordinating with the Foil-It Plaid. So then there's the Plaid Stencil. So I'm going to come in and I'm using two different colors from Tailored Expressions. I'm using Poppy Seed, and I can't remember what this one is, but I will have it listed and linked below. But it's a gray, and Poppy Seed is the black. And I'm just going to ink up with that gray. And then something I decided to do is to come in with that Poppy Seed just right in the center and add that big thick stripe in the black. So this is going to be black, gray, and red, which obviously is a really fun Christmas color combination. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to shift this stencil one way to like the right or the left and line those stripes up again. Now I did use some pixie spray to spray on the back of this stencil to hold it down because there's some really fine lines that you don't want moving when you are inking up. Okay, so I'm going to go into my question for you guys. And remember, this is for the giveaway, so leave your answer to my question below. You need to be subscribed to my channel, like, comment, share this. I really appreciate that. If it's not, if it's not something you like, if you're not interested, don't subscribe. But if you're interested and you like what I do, please subscribe to my channel. So my question for you is there something that you cook for Christmas that is your favorite? Either a dessert or the main meal or whatever it is. What is your favorite thing to cook or eat on Christmas or Christmas Eve, whenever you celebrate? What is your favorite thing to cook or eat? Really quick, this is the Foil-It Bright Lights. This has a coordinating clear stamp and a large background stamp. I'm just using the clear stamp to ink up these cute light bulbs, and I'm just going to clean those in between and move the lights. Put this is in my mini Misty, line it up and just ink it up. I'm using a green, red, and blue, and super simple. Okay, so my favorite thing to eat, the last few years, I actually have made a figgy pudding. It's in one of the Christmas songs, and a few years ago I was like, what the heck is figgy pudding? And I looked it up, and I'm like, well, we have to have that. And it has a bunch of alcohol in it, but I mean, and it tastes delicious. And of course, you can have figs. The recipe that I found said you could substitute dates because I couldn't find figs at the time, but it is so delicious, and you steam it in a pot of water, like it's in its own little pan, and then you put it in a pot of water and you steam it, and that's how you cook it. And it is the most delicious thing I've ever eaten. Our whole family likes it. It's so soft and so good, and it's just absolutely delicious. So that is my favorite thing. So again, answer below what your favorite thing is. Okay, so this is my favorite one. This is the Foil-It Seasonal Sprigs. And then the coordinating mini slim stencil. Now, something I'm doing that I like to do with these kind of images is use my mini blender brush, and I come in and add a light color and then add a little bit of a darker color to give it shading. I'm using two different reds. I'm using Cherry Pop, and I think, and I can't remember the darker red, but again, I'll have all that listed. I'm sorry, I don't remember right now. But I like to do that because it adds, no, actually I'm just using one color of ink. I'm using just the Cherry Pop here. But I am doing a lighter hand and then coming in with a heavier hand just in spots. So using those mini blender brushes really works well for that. So there is a two-part stencil to this. The first one was the berries, and now I'm going to do the leaves, and I'm just going to do the one green, do the same thing of just adding darker kind of at the base and then lightly working my way out to add a little more color towards the tip of the leaves. And this is so pretty and so simple when you are stenciling to add dimension to your stenciled images. You can do this with anything. And look at that. You can see that it looks like you use two different colors of ink when you only used one. So I'm going to finish stenciling this. Then we are going to get these cards put together. And they turned out so pretty, and I really love these foiled backgrounds. And I do glimmer hot foil as well, and I love that, but this is like super simple, foolproof. Okay, let's put these cards together. I've got some products from Simon Says Stamp. That is the Large Joy die. I've die cut that from black cardstock. I've already have some kind of pre-made sentiments from Tailored Expressions. Some of them are gold embossed. Some of my sentiments are from Simon Says Stamp, like their sentiment strips that you can do the foiling with, that I've already had kind of aside, and it was easy to pull these sentiments out. That is a great way to make mass-produced cards and to make it go faster. That was Simon Says Stamps Merry Christmas. We're going to add that in black. I actually die cut that twice, and I'm going to glue that together for a little bit of dimension, and then I will add the sentiment strip below that. So the first card had the large joy, and it says, wishing you a joyous holiday. This card is going to say Merry Christmas, and the sentiment below that says, may your days be merry and bright, which I think is so super cute. I am adding some foam tape behind the sentiment strips because if you follow me, you know I love my sentiments to have dimension. I just think it's really super pretty. Unless you're making a one-layer card and you stamp the sentiment, I really want it to have some dimension. So I'm going to adhere down the Merry Christmas. I'm just using some Barely Art liquid glue, just, you know, sparingly, and my reverse tweezers, which is really super helpful, and just eyeballing where I'm going to put that down. And you know, these cards, you don't really need to add anything else because you have that foil in the background that is so stunning. So for this beautiful tree, I'm using the Oh Holy Night die set from Simon Says Stamp. I die cut the shadow in white, and the top lettering is in a gold glitter, which I think is so pretty with the green in the background. So I'm going to adhere that down, and then the other little sentiment says, oh, come let us adore him, which I think is perfect with the Oh Holy Night. So that one turned out super, super cute. And I'm just going to center that. You could pop that one up on foam tape too, but I just kept that simple and then popped the other little sentiment up. I'm just trimming out some of my foam tape to add to the back of that and then popping that in place. And you can see really how quick this is, you guys. Okay, so I'm using Lawn Fawn's Giant Let It Snow for the snow, or for the snowflake background, which is perfect. I die cut it from white and black cardstock. I am going to offset it because the white glitter cardstock on top, you can't really see. It kind of went away. So I added that pop of black behind it, which made the sentiment stand out. I also die cut some snowflakes from My Favorite Things Layered Snowflakes die from the white glitter cardstock. I am going to add that around. And the sentiment says Christmas Hugs and Kisses. That is from one of those sentiment strips that you can foil from Simon Says Stamp. So I'm just going to glue these snowflakes down. I have 6 snowflakes and I'm just layering them because, again, they are the layered snowflakes die. And I'm just going to layer those on top of each other and just put that around. And I thought adding those extra snowflakes really made this card super cute and really stands out. So when I'm done with that, we're going to do the last card, which is this plaid one, which I think is so weirdly traditional. So I used the large Joy die from Simon Says Stamp. I die cut that 3 times from Gold Mirror cardstock. I'm gluing that together again for the dimension. And I'm going to center that for the most part in my card. And I have die cut some poinsettias and some greenery from Spellbinder's November large die of the month. And I'm going to use the O like it's a wreath. So we're going to center that. I am going to trim out the Merry Christmas from that foiled sheet from Simon Says Stamp. And then we're just going to glue a few of these flowers together. I doubled up the large and small poinsettia for one flower and then 2 small ones for the second flower because I want that to have some dimension. I'm going to add some of this greenery, just 2 pieces of greenery, nothing fancy. I don't want to get rid of the O, but I think it's really, really pretty. And I'm just using my liquid glue and adhering that down. And when you're using liquid glue on mirror cardstock, you got to give it a minute to dry because it's going to slide around really, really easy. I'm going to put my sentiment in, kind of tucked into the flowers and over the rest of that Joy sentiment, and I just think this card turned out so pretty. I did come in with some pale gold Nuvo crystal drops to add to the centers of the flowers, and it's beautiful. But look at that foiled background. These cards are done, and it was so simple and so pretty. And you can see some of these have a more degree of difficulty than others, so you could definitely choose which one you wanted to do. And I know that there's these foiled backgrounds that are not Christmas, so if you needed to make thank you cards or anything like that, you could absolutely do that. But isn't that foil so stunning? I just love how these cards turned out. I just want to say thank you guys so very much for watching. I appreciate you. I do have some affiliate links below. I will announce the winner for this gift card January 2nd. I'm going to get through the holidays, so I will announce that on my blog, so definitely check out there. And I hope you guys have a very Merry Christmas and a wonderful New Year, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.